Share with all Kapaka tourists and visitors. I'm convinced that games live through their lore. I'm indifferent on games that do not reveal their world history. Without it, the process quickly became monotonous. I suspect that many people spend their time playing solely for the mechanics and to hone their skills, missing out on many interesting details. In Apex Legends, the lore develops gradually from season to season, and one of the most expressive and old-school characters is Caustic, or formerly Dr. Alexander Knox.
I don't concern myself with the ambitions of insect.
Today I will tell you about who he was, why he is officially listed as dead, and how he turned the Apex games into his own experiment. Before becoming Caustic, Alexander Knox worked at Humbert Labs, the largest manufacturer of pesticide gases for the colonies of the frontier. Dr. Knox worked day and night developing new formulas for pesticides needed to protect the crops that feed the outlands. But he soon realized that his testing methods were hindering progress. He needed to test not only inert tissues, but also living objects. Working in the secret, Knox began to see the beauty in his creation and their ability to destroy everything they touched. But the head of Humbert Labs soon discovered his horrific experiments. The dispute ended in a fire and the death of the lab director. Knox disappeared and was declared dead. Documents list Alexander Knox's death as having occurred under distributing circumstances. After the death, a new participant appears in the games, Caustic. The same gas, the same methodical approach. Squads and behavior are the language of researcher who collects data directly on the battlefield. Test subjects, post-processing, observing the effect.
In the end, the strong will filter out the weak. The distance between life and death is measured by suffering.
In the film Stories from the Outlands, Fight Night, we see the storyline of Detective Victor Mulder, who was been hunting Alexander Knox for many years. Film noir confirms that Caustic and Knox are one of the same person, and the past cannot be hidden so easily. It is worth nothing that Caustic is not just a maniac obsessed with violence. He is utilitarian experimenter, interested in the limits of survivability and in the beauty of destruction through chemistry. In the game, he does not need triumph and glory, he needs data. This makes him one of the most scientifically dangerous characters in the universe. The Char Story event highlights the scale of his field tests, reworking location for gas needs, traps as infrastructure. Even the map became a laboratory. Alexander Knox died on paper, so the Caustic could be burned. A scientist without ethical restraints. For him, the Apex games are not an arena, not a game, but an experiment that is still going.
Death is the true test.